here's Brody Brazil.
You know, I saw this as it happened over the weekend in San Francisco, but I didn't think much of it until I saw Fernando Tatis Jr. comment about the cleats he wore playing against the Giants at Oracle Park. And first off, Tatis Jr., well known for his fashionable footwear. I mean, the other night at Petco Park in San Diego, he literally wore mismatching cleats, but to honor Tony Gwynn. How cool is that? How almost unreal is that? Has anybody in baseball ever done this before? Two different, totally colored cleats, the pinstripes with Tony Gwynn's signature, and then the classic Padres brown and gold on the other side. I mean, it works. He pulls it off, and it's for a very good reason. Tatis Jr. not afraid to take advantage of something awesome that baseball has decided to do and saying, players, you can wear whatever kind of cleats, colors, wristbands, batting gloves, actual game gloves that you want. I like that they've opened up the personality in Major League Baseball. And Tatis Jr. was doing a moon landing, apparently. Now, I don't know whose shoes or cleats those are. I don't know what logo that is. It looks like the Jordan logo, but a baseball version of it. Is that special for Tatis Jr.? I don't even know. And I understand I'm probably losing any cool points I had with you kids watching this channel. I don't know what that is, but that's awesome. It's flashy. And again, I like Fernando Tatis Jr.'s style here as he explores new avenues and options. But this one kind of caught my eye, caught my attention. Wait a second. I know those shoes. Those are Steph Curry's Under Armor basketball shoes. And in fact, isn't that Steph Curry's handwriting on Tatis's shoes, his cleats? Whatever we're calling these, those are shoes turned into cleats. I can do all things. That's exactly what Steph Curry writes on his shoes. And in fact, that is a Steph Curry inscription on Fernando Tatis's basketball shoes turned into cleats. And he wore them. I mean, that's not just during batting practice. That's not just to show off. Look at him being agile there, trying to avoid the tag by Lamont Wade Jr. So he put those spikes to the test. Here's my real question. Look how clean those stay. And as he slides into home here, how do you keep those cleats immaculate looking? Don't you want them to stay like pristine? They look so perfect right there. And I would imagine that back right foot is going to get drug in the dirt. Maybe that cleat was destroyed for all intents and purposes on that slide. I have no clue. Maybe he's got a couple pairs. I don't know. But look how clean they look right there. High fives after the game that the Padres won. But again, very cool. I didn't know much about this until I saw Shayna Rubin of the San Francisco Chronicle. Shout out to Shayna covering this story and putting it out there in the newspaper so that I could expand on it here a little bit more. Tatis got Stephen Curry's Under Armour brand basketball shoes custom made into baseball cleats that he wore for the weekend series against the San Francisco Giants. Curry, Tatis said, has qualities as a team leader he hopes to emulate. Now, how cool is that? I mean, Tatis literally rolled into San Francisco, just a couple blocks north of where Steph Curry plays his games, and comes into town wearing that town's superstar apparel. Who does that? It would be like if a hockey player rolled into Chicago and was wearing a Jordan brand something to tribute and honor Michael Jordan, but like while he was still playing. I'm trying to think of the direct correlation here, but for an out-of-town player to come into that city and wear that city's superstar brand on the field against that team, that's not a diss or a knock. That is a huge tribute right there. I think that's very cool of Tatis to recognize this. He's quoted in the Chronicle as saying, "The guy, Curry, is a champ, and the way he's managed himself through his career is amazing," Tatis said. The type of player he is, the way he carried Golden State and overturned that culture when he got there. I'll touch on that in a second. That's the stuff you see as an athlete and player that I really enjoy watching. And I appreciate the fact that Tatis is not just focusing on Curry's stardom of the last 10 years. I feel like he's starting more 15 years ago. Whenever Curry broke into the league, late 2000s, he's basically saying, look, I remember when he joined a team, had all those ankle injuries, the team wasn't good, the team got built around him and his stardom that eventually would blossom. And so I think that's very cool that Tatis Jr. is going way back with Steph Curry and his greatness. Tatis had the spikes screwed into the bottom of the shoe and said they worked perfectly for baseball. See, I don't get it. I feel like a cleat has more of a molded base, a molded footing to it. I don't know what I'm describing here, but you've worn cleats before. They're just different than basketball shoes. The fact that he's able to actually get these made, well, he's got the connections for that, but get it signed and make it work is almost unbelievable. They're really comfortable, Tatis said. I feel like I can run with them. I really like them. I'll wear them in this series and probably wear them again. Well, unless he got them too dirty, but he can maybe get himself another pair. He had a mutual friend that hooked this up. He got Steph Curry to actually write on his cleats, got the cleats made, got Curry to sign them. I initially thought that those were game-worn Curry shoes. They're not, to be clear, but still, that is pretty cool. So I just wanted to touch on that quick video, quick connection there. And when you see Fernando Tatis Jr. next time in San Francisco, I don't think that'll take place until maybe September or beyond. You'll see him probably wearing those same spikes, or maybe sooner, but that's a very cool thing that's happening in Major League Baseball. You made it here to the end of the video. You know I appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. That'll help me and this channel and this video. And by the way, I would love to see you back here next time. So go down there below. Make sure you're subscribing. I really appreciate it.